Hi there, guys. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Hopefully, you're doing good. I am not doing so good due to high heat and humidity, severe headache, and dehydration. Very horrible weather. If you're just in Bangladesh, then only you would know. But I decided to, continue my work because show must go on. So, I don't have any individual reviews today, just one video. Hopefully, you like the video. I decided to put up I got few requests to do this like few months back. Never really finished it, but I always do 10 summer fragrances, 10 this, 12 that. But sometimes people ask, like, what are some of the best, So this is a bold statement, 15 of the best designer summer fragrances ever. And these are just my mood today and from my collection and my picks. There are many other fragrances you may not see in the collection or in the video, but they're also good. So time around 3:30ish, like 3:25, after a while, after doing the video, I'll put it in upload and go for breakfast, sahur. And let's see how long it takes to upload. Hopefully you're doing good and you are staying, safe from the high heat. So no honorable mention. Let's go one by one. First fragrance I'm going to show you is this one. This is Lotas and Nautica by Miyake. Remember one thing: there's no Middle Eastern fragrances. There's no no niche, no clones, because these are all designer brands. Okay, they are fragrances like Pseudonym that misses out, or fragrances like something you see Bulgari's Tiger. I consider that as a part of a niche line. So those are not going to be in the list. So Lotas and Miyake, I have a love-hate relationship with this fragrance. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I find it too piercing, but I'll tell you one thing: in the past, whatever great designer fragrances released, this is one of them, definitely top seller from this brand. I have few fragrances in this list which are top sellers from their respective house, and some of the fragrances I have couple of fragrances from the same house, so they're that good. So what's so great about this fragrance is that it has sharpness of yuzu, citrus, and it's a little bit different than everything else out there. If you smell this, it doesn't smell like 10 other fragrance, which is still pretty awesome. Okay, and it has excellent projection in high heat, also works in winter time. So Lotas and Nautica from Miyake, this is a vintage fragrance and it's still going strong. So let's show you one more obvious one. This is gonna be Nautica's Voyage, and this one, imagine, out of all the designer fragrance that I have, I picked some of these fragrances. They must be special, right? Yes, perhaps I could have picked Chrome, but today my mood says go with Nautica's Voyage. Absolutely big fan of this fragrance. How still affordable this is. It used to be $22. Now it's more like $35, but still sells a lot. The green apple crispness, the musk, the salty, kind of like cucumber vibe, very cooling, very I won't say basic. Like if you want an aquatic, this is as aquatic as it gets. Even till today, many big reviewers will say this is their go-to guy for high heat. So Nautica's Voyage is my number 14 today. Definitely one of the best ever. Okay, so number 13 is a fragrance I need to get a backup bottle of, and this is from House of Dolce & Gabbana, Light Blue Purom Eau Intense EDP. Okay, very long name. This is my 200 ml bottle. I have about still good amount of juice left, but this one from the whole line, there are many others. You can see Dolce & Gabbana Forever. Then they have few, the Dolce & Gabbana Sun. So there are quite a few ones. Italian Love, Italian Zest. So they're all like good, more or less all of them are good. And the original one is a bit headache inducing, but when I smelled it for the first time, I fell in love with it, with the power of this fragrance. It's really long lasting and it polishes that rough edges of the original Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Purom with that lot more aquatic marine notes, and got a little bit of lemon leaf sort of vibe to my nose. And the fragrance basically is just like Nautica's Voyage. It's just more high quality, in my humble opinion. Really good fragrance, but it can be a little bit monotonous at times. Like you get bored of wearing it, like few of the other ones here. But it's still a solid fragrance. All 15 are solid here. Okay, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Purom Eau Intense EDP. So number 12 is a fragrance I did not think I was gonna, include it in the list. Today I have, I think, a couple of surprises in this list. Like you'll be like, aren't there better ones out there? Yeah, there are. This one, some of you will say, yeah, it's one of the greatest, it's one of the goats, but some people may say it's just okay, but I think it's really special. The simplicity of this fragrance makes it special. This is Thierry Mugler's Mugler Cologne, and I do have the older version. There's a new one, I forgot the name, Come Together or Fly Away, I forgot the name, but the OG version, if you can get a 300 ml like this, you can get that bar of smell, bar of soap smells, Irish Spring soap. Like when I spray this, immediately that neroli hits me, kind of this petit grain, and it's kind of spicy. It's got that vetiver-ish vibe, but it's not super green. So similar to this is Original Vetiver by Creed, but that's a niche fragrance with so much more price tag. But Mugler Cologne is a fragrance. I think Mugler made some masterpiece. This is one of them, underrated ones. It's loved by many. Okay, Mugler Cologne works also great in spring and autumn. So number 11, then we top 10. I think, yeah, number 11 is a fragrance that hated by a lot of people. This is one of the most how to say polarizing fragrances ever, and I loved it from the day I smelled it. This one, CK Reveal, Daniel's Icon, these three perfumes I sniffed the same day. I fell in love with all of them. I ended up getting all of them. So this is from House of Paco Rabanne. This is Paco Rabanne's Invictus. Yeah, see, already some of you will like, oh, no, no, what's he talking about? Yeah, I understand some of you really hate it, the synthetic sweetness. It's like intense sweetness. It's very loud, but I also get that nice bay leaf note. I get this kind of like a ambroxan sort of vibe. It's a sweet, fresh kind of combination. Works really great in high heat. It really projects a lot. And what I like about this, even though this is sweet, it can be worn in summer. Okay, so yeah, you can get compliments. This is loved by many people out there. Ladies love it, but to those niche heads already moved into something more serious or something more polished, like Neroli Portofino or Nishan is maybe Hachivat or something. To them, this is going to be child's play. I understand, but we're talking about designers. This hands down is one of my favorite designers. Paco Rabanne's Invictus. Check this out, and I would definitely always keep this in my collection. So now we have top 10, and these are going to be some of my favorites. So there's one, how to say, a surprise entry here because I wanted to make it interesting a little bit. That fragrance is definitely good, solid, definitely praiseworthy, but nobody mentions it, So I decided to mention it. We'll see in a while. So number 10, let's go with Versace Man Eau Fraiche. This one makes a lot of my list. Absolute, just a beast of a summer fragrance. It's a beast and beauty, beauty and beast. You can say either way. See, the thing is, right now in Bangladesh, the weather is kind of like you feel like 45 degrees Celsius out there, and it literally burns your face. When you go out, you feel like your skin is burning. This kind of high heat, very few fragrances will last and really will make you feel refreshed. This is one of them. High heat, higher the heat. This is my go-to guy. It's a fragrance. It's a happy fragrance for me. There's no bad time to wear this perfume. Indoor, outdoor, any occasion, very versatile. Nobody says anything bad about it. You can wear this also in office. You smell super fresh. There's nothing musky about it. It's just a woody. It has that carambola note, like the star fruit, imaginary note. A lot of citrus, lemon, and also feels like a bit of relaxation, like Mont Blanc Star Walker has that bamboo note. This one minuses it, but all in the same family. Paco Rabanne Pure Excess, Paco Rabanne Black Excess, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, Pour Femme. This one, Star Walker, all fall in the same vein. But I love Versace Man Eau Fraiche. I love the bottle. It's one of the best designers ever. So now let's talk about number 9. This is the surprise entry. This is a Bulgari fragrance. I have one more Bulgari after this. Maybe one or a couple. Yeah, one. This perfume, I'll tell you, apart from the other 14 that I'm going to show you, not many people mentions it. Not many people will talk highly about it. The reason being, I think this is discontinued, and before the fragrance game started, this is when it was released. I think Eric Bana was the face for it. The day I smelled it, I love the original. I love the black version. I love a lot of the other ones, Terra Essence. You know what line I'm talking about. This is this one, Bvlgari Man Extreme, okay, or Extreme. This perfume, it's hands down one of the most unique with the cactus, lemon, citrus, and it has good performance on me. It's not a beast, okay? It stays long, but projection is not so much. But the perfume right here, it's one of the best summer fragrance ever with the special cactus note, very unique. And I would say if you find this somewhere, because it's getting harder to find, get this and check out my review on this. I rated it very highly. Bvlgari Man. This is called Extreme or Extreme. Okay, that's number 9. That was the surprise entry. So now after that, let's talk about the other Bulgari that I picked. Something has to be picked from the Aqua line, and this is definitely my favorite. I love the whole line. Make no mistake, I have all 6 from this line. This one in the high heat, I find it if you want like a beastly performer, you can go with Atlantic, you can go with Amara, you can go with the original OG, or you can go with other tonic versions, but I would say Bulgari Aqua. This is called Marine, okay? This is one of the first fragrances when I tried it. Performance really surprised me, like the whole line can be good performing, sometimes not so much. Amara is good, Atlantic good, but the Marine one definitely lasts a lot. Got this beautiful neroli. It has this kind of like a soapy vibe when you wash your clothes. A fresh smell, blue skies, like high heat days. This is a performer, okay? And I think someone told me this is discontinued. I don't know, but this is definitely hype worthy, and I like it actually more than Amara sometimes. Amara is unique, but this is more like everyday go-to guy. So for me, the goat from this line is Aqua Marine by Bulgari. Okay, and I love those bottles, kind of like a raindrop sort of bottles, like water or pebble. Okay, so number 7, this is many people's number 1, but today I picked up, it doesn't mean it has to be universal. This is Armani Acqua di Profumo. So why not Essenza? My favorite, you guys know, is Essenza. I still have a bottle of this much juice left, but the top note has gone. It became kind of alcoholic. Very hard to find, but even after they change the cap, this is more like a new style, not the magnetic. Even after doing that, this fragrance still is pretty nice, okay, pretty long lasting. At first, when it was released, it was ridiculously expensive, still very expensive, but when it was released, it was fetching niche prices, almost like creep prices. And I did not see why. Honestly speaking, I felt this was overhyped. It was not that special according to price tag, but Armanis are expensive in general. I do love the OG, it's somewhere there, Acqua di Gio, but a little bit more power is this. This is the best available version of this fragrance available in market. You can go Profondo, you can go Absolute, you can go some of the other ones, but I reach for Acqua di Gio, Profumo a lot. This is one of the best from this house. So we have number 6, then hit top 5. Okay, number 6 is discontinued fragrance, but still can be had for $65-$70. Get it if you love it, and as you while you can. This is Givenchy Gentleman Cologne. This is more available than Guerlain Low Medial Cologne. Absolute love. This I picked up not for performance or anything. It's just the smell, sheer smell. And I think this another could be a surprise entry to some. Like some people may say, oh, Givenchy, it's not a mainstream house. It's not one of those houses that people talk about. But love is love, right? This fragrance, those who tried, they know how good this smells. Iris. It has some sort of, I forget the notes. Orris root, rosemary, and I think woody bergamot, that kind of a citrus aromatic kind of fragrance. Very clean, very fresh, very uplifting. And I highly recommend this for people living in high heat areas. Okay, Givenchy Gentleman Cologne, one of the best Givenchy ever made, masterclass. So top 5, it's dominated by some of the more first tier brands, and it's nothing to do with brand. It's just the fragrances I saw and I picked them. Some of them they missed out, right? But nonetheless, let's go number 5, Chanel Allure Sport. This fragrance, it's a performer. Okay, why I like this? This is named as sport, but it does so much more than sport in my world, and this one definitely lasts longer than Bloody Chanel, which is why I didn't make it. And I see price versus value ratio. This definitely is one of the strong contenders. If you really want to spend some money, I would suggest you get Chanel. Okay, this one is creamy. It's more performing version of Versace Forum, even though Versace is a fragrance that was released after it. But this DNA, so like I know this forever. Since I started using fragrances as a journey, this fragrance I smell anywhere, I appreciate. Okay, definitely one of the best all year round fragrance, Chanel Allure Sport. It's one of the best Chanel ever made. There are other ones, Pumos, they are the other ones, but I like this one. It's more modern. Number 4 is a top seller all around the world. Okay, Dior Sauvage, aka Johnny Depp in a bottle. You just need to get a Sauvage bottle EDT, and it will do all your purpose, whatever purpose you're going out for, work, casual, meeting, trips, travels, gym. This is such a stunning fragrance. If you have this one bottle, you don't need any other fragrance. Okay, especially if you're living in a country where it's dominated like by high heat, it works. In winter, it also works, but now I feel the performance has gone down a little bit with the less musk, less creaminess, but still works a lot. Dior Sauvage EDT number 4. Number 3, number 2, number 1. What do you think those are? Number 3, perhaps another little bit unknown or rather lesser known fragrance to many of you. This is the other Chanel Allure Sport Cologne or Cologne Sport. Yeah, when you see like these two, Sauvage and Allure Sport are behind this, then you know something has to be special. This is so close to my heart. One of the best citrus fragrances ever. You could put Dior Cologne, you could put Dior Eau Sauvage, so many other lemon-based perfumes, but this one rocks my world. Okay, high class in a bottle. If you have those small official samples that you can collect from Chanel, I would suggest you get it. You just smell this and you fall in love. This smells like Creed would make something like it. This is Creed quality. This is niche level quality to my world. Okay, in my world, this one definitely it's Hall of Famer for me. And if this is not discontinued, great news. But this is such a bliss in high heat. Chanel Allure Sport Cologne. Number 2 and number 1. What is number 2? Number 2 is Prada L'Homme. Yeah, some of you will be like, yeah, didn't you say those other Chanels are higher class? Yes, they are. But today's mode is like that. Okay, this is as such. Prada L'Homme was not my first pick when I smelled it when it was released. I did not like this bottle. I did not like anything about it. I felt it was too simple for what it is. But as time progressed, I started getting better performance. I started feeling the vibe, what it actually meant to do. I do love Prada Amber Purum, but I think this is more reachable. This is more summer appropriate. You can go with other version of it, but Prada L'Homme is such a classic, high class, not bar of a soap, but it makes me feel like relaxed. Okay, in summer, Prada L'Homme number 2. So what's number one? Number one, to beat all those other fragrances, it doesn't mean it's gonna stay like this forever. You know this is for fun. You do this like rotation, so people keep watching it. Oh, what's number one? What's number two? But today I'll show you. If you like the smell, try to get an older batch, okay? Because older batches were a beast, and I was lucky enough to get this. This is YSL. This is YSL Y80P. I do like the other versions. The Fraiche version is very favorite of mine, but very expensive, very rare. EDT is okay. Perfume is very good, but nothing beats EDP. Uh, New one and old one differences. The new ones would say, oh, they perform here, EDP, okay, full form. But if you see the bottle is plain like this is the older version. This thing is a beast. Some people may not like it. Some people may say it's just too fruity, it's too blue. Why not Dylan Blue? I thought of Dylan Blue. I do have Dylan Blue here, but this beats Dylan Blue for me, okay? This is a bit more expensive. Pay the money to get it. If you want like even more performing version than Dior Sauvage, I would pick YSL YDP over any of the other blue fragrances. That's number one today. So do let me know what are some of your favorite ever best summer fragrances, and do let me know which ones do you feel I missed out. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. I think I'll just sign out and go for sahur and just keep it in upload. Take care. See you soon and stay safe from the heat wave. Bye bye.